My Trillionaire Son-in-Law. Chapter 11. Hey, his wife is so beautiful and always missed. Andrew Chang also had a headache. Yo. Mr. RJ Shao is coming. Come and sit here. Take your Uncle Young here. Martha Pinyin seemed very enthusiastic. You come here. What other gifts do you bring? It is so out of sight. Uncle Young's birthday today, it should be. RJ Shao smiled and went to sit next to Nestor Young. At this moment, everyone looked at Andrew Chang with a peculiarly sadistic look. The son-in-law of the Young family is really useless. An outsider can sit beside the Young nationality. Instead, his son-in-law sits at the bottom of the door. This difference is too obvious. Martha Pinyin looked at RJ Shao with a smile on her face, and her earnest look was like looking at her future son-in-law, saying, "Thanks to the box set by RJ Shao today, we can come to Juxian Pavilion for dinner." When it comes to this, the big guys look at RJ Shao with admiration. Booking a box in Juxian Pavilion is a treatment only for members. Members need to spend more than 1 million. This is the real tyrant. RJ Shao was also too busy to wave his hands. Although his mouth was very modest, his expression couldn't help but complacently said, "Hey, it's okay. It's a little slapstick. The company made some money. It's still a box that I booked with my dad's relationship. This is the naked display of their financial resources and family background." However, no one will pierce, but everyone is very enthusiastic touted. RJ Shao is really young and promising. Who can have such a son-in-law? It is really a blessing for 3 lifetimes. Immediately lifted RJ Shao's face high. On the other hand, Andrew Chang, who was sitting silently in the corner, was even despised. The same is true for humans, and the gap is too great. I see. Marion Young was supposed to marry RJ Shao, and now it must be the rich lady. I didn't know who it was, so I said it with a heart. All relatives looked at Andrew Chang happily and mocked. You look at his useless look, it's really maddening. I knew it would be good to give away food. I heard that his daughter is also a medicine jar and has a congenital heart disease, which cannot be cured. Familiar words. Familiar faces. Andrew Chang's eyebrows were cold and he didn't say anything. He has been used to these 2 years. Marion Young was naturally uncomfortable, sitting with her husband, with a panic-stricken face. She stomped Andrew Chang down on the table fiercely, then glared at him again, venting her dissatisfaction. Being so ridiculed, he was still able to sit on the Daoyutai steadily, with a light look. Everyone saw that Andrew Chang didn't speak, only to drink water, and no longer meant to continue to tease. But at this time, RJ Shao looked good for you and said, "Andrew Chang, just because our company is short of people, or if you come to my company to help, 6 or 7,000 a month should be no problem, better than you take out. Too much. No, I'm doing good delivery." Andrew Chang said lightly. "If I tell you that you are the heir to the world's largest consortium, I am afraid that you all have to kneel. Money, in my eyes, is just numbers. No matter what he does, the mud will not hold the wall." Martha Pinyin gasped, looking at RJ Shao with his eyes shining, and asked, "Mr. Shao, what happened to your aunt last time?" Mr. Shao immediately replied with a smile. "Auntie, don't worry, it's done. Uncle Young's collection exhibition, no problem." Nestor Young, who was still upset next to him, immediately heard the words and smiled. "Mr. Shao, that's so, thank you so much. Come and have a drink with our 2 grandfathers." With that, the two toasted and drank together. After RJ Shao drank, he glanced proudly at Andrew Chang in the corner. How proud he was. At the same time, his eyes lingered on Marion Young. This woman, he liked it for a long time. However, I married a waste. Marian Young, I will let you know that the gap between me and Andrew Cheng's uselessness. Marian, look, Mr. RJ Shao cares a lot about your dad. Such a man can't find a lantern, but he is no better than that one. Martha Pinyin really likes RJ Shao. I have money at home, I have started a small company, and I have connections in the society. If the daughter marries him, he will surely enjoy the blessing. After she finished speaking, she glanced at Andrew Cheng with disgust. Marian Young was already depressed, and just smiled awkwardly. Andrew Cheng does not matter. Love to say what to say. RJ Shao, is that your personal collection exhibition? Many old friends are looking at Nestor Young very enviously at this moment. Collecting antique paintings and calligraphy in these circles is a common phenomenon. But being able to open your own collection exhibition is a very face-to-face thing. Unexpectedly, this Nestor Young actually opened his own collection exhibition. When Nestor Young looked at the expressions of envy and jealousy of these old friends, he was even more proud and had a good impression of RJ Shao. At the same time, he despised Andrew Cheng even more. How did you agree that Marian Young married him? No, be sure to let your daughter divorce this fool. The banquet was halfway through. RJ Shao seemed to think of something, ran out, and came back with a long gift box. He deliberately flaunted Chaozhong National Road. Uncle Young, I brought you a special gift, you will love it. People in the whole box looked over with their heads stretched out, very curious about what was in the long box in RJ Shao. Nestor Young has been on the third tour, and was already happy to hold a personal collection exhibition for himself. This will see RJ Shao giving himself a gift again. Oh, Mr. Shao, you look at you book me a box, you get an exhibition, and you give gifts, which is not appropriate. Nestor Young tweeted from the face, but he was eager to see what it was. Since RJ Shao has said that, he will be very satisfied. Is it impossible to be antique calligraphy and painting? RJ Shao opened the gift box and carefully pulled out a scroll from the inside. He was very proud and said, Tang Bohu's Spring Mountain Companion Picture. I spent a lot of effort to buy it from my friends and specially prepared a birthday gift for Uncle Young. With that said, RJ Shao did not forget to raise his eyebrows and looked at Andrew Cheng, who was bored for dinner. It's really a waste. It's all about this time, and I still want to eat. Haven't you been to Juxian for dinner? However, at the moment, Andrew Cheng was awkward. Spring Mountain Mate Picture. Isn't it a painting that Mr. Albert Fang gave himself? But Andrew Cheng believes that Mr. Albert Fang, a small domestic famous collector, will not send himself fakes. Therefore, he didn't plan to say anything, he just hid his gift box under the table. Marian Young also noticed Andrew Cheng's movements and frowned and asked, What's wrong? Andrew Cheng shook his head and said, It's fine. Spring Mountain Companion Map. Nestor Young was stunned, and his alcoholic taste was awake. This is baby. Many of Tang Bohu's paintings have been circulated, but this, Spring Mountain Mate's picture, is a replica on the market. I heard that this painting was collected by a domestic collector. High value. It started at least 3 or 4 million. Nestor Young was very excited and sincere to take the picture scroll handed over by RJ Shao, vacated an empty table, opened it, and then asked the waiter to come with a magnifying glass, and looked carefully. Around him, a few old friends, all looked carefully over and over again. It's amazing. Awesome. This painting is a fusion of North and South painting schools, with fine pen and ink, sparse layout, beautiful and elegant style. The characters inherit the tradition of the Tang dynasty, they are colorful and elegant, and have beautiful postures. They are also freehand characters, simple and concise, and are Tang Bohu's paintings. The Wind is Gone. Several old friends of Nestor Young are also collectors. After reading the painting at the moment, they all praised it. Meow ah meow. I actually saw this spring mountain mate picture in my lifetime. Nestor, you are going to be famous all over the country this time. This painting must be exhibited at your exhibition this time. We will shout for you at that time. I believe that people with heads and faces in Shangjiang City will come over. A group of old friends are envious. Nestor Young was naturally very excited, and his breathing followed quickly. He asked, Mr. Xiao, this is Tang Bohu's real thing. You spent a lot of money on this painting. In a word, the audience was shocked. The head of the four great talents, Tang Bohu's true deeds, it is very valuable. Last year, Shangjiang City took a copy of Tang Bohu's copybook with a transaction price of 7 million. Not much, Uncle Young likes it. RJ Xiao also understands the rules, not saying the amount of money. But understand that people naturally know that this painting is no less than 5 million. The son of the Xiao family really made a living. It was at this time that Cherry Young in the crowd asked deliberately very loudly, Cousin, I just saw you brought something, is it a gift for your uncle? As soon as he entered the door, Cherry Young noticed the gift box in Andrew Cheng's hands. What could the waste carry be worth? Thinking of that night, Cherry Young was very angry. All of a sudden, the eyes of the people in the box gathered on Andrew Cheng, with the abuse, all waiting to watch the excitement. Andrew Cheng smiled awkwardly. It's worthless, so don't look at it. I know it's worthless, but since it was given to the uncle by my cousin, I'll take it out and look at it. Do we still laugh at you? Cherry's eyes narrowed and his sneer smile couldn't be concealed. I want you to be ugly and see what you can send. This, don't use it. Andrew Cheng took a sip and shrugged off. This fell in the eyes of everyone, thinking he was guilty. That must be a junk gift. RJ Xiao is waiting for the opportunity to humiliate Andrew Cheng. This will intervene. Andrew Cheng, take it out so that Uncle Young can be happy, and let me see what gift you give. Yeah, take it out and give us long eyes. A group of people followed and coaxed. Stay tuned for next chapters of My Trillionaire Son-in-Law. For more updates, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share. Thanks for your support.